This is Die Sporting Network.
Back here to DMV High School Football Game of the Week. Returns here on DSN and County, St. Mary's and it's Broadneck. And the Saints get the ball first. A nice return, trying to rebound from their loss to Friendship Collegiate in DC. Coach Terry Clark and you got to see warm-ups earlier. Broadneck gets the 4A runner-up, and the MPSSAA. St. Mary's going to the A conference and the MIAA from B. And see how this one goes.
We should have a good game out here tonight.
Lawrence Knight Stadium, sellout crowd, Broadneck's home opener and season opener.
Beautiful weather, too.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it. Can't get it no better than this. St. Mary's first possession, they had a ball at their own 28. Switching feeds in a little bit here. First and 10 here for the Saints. Fake pass! Too far. Too far.
Pass ball's incomplete. Brings up second down.
He got a nice arm, but
so DJ Haffen there tried to go for the home run on first down. Didn't work for him. And that has changed. A lot of stuff going on tonight in Anne Arundel County, including the season debut of 7-run, the Wolves. Right across from Offensive Spalding playing Meade tonight. Offensive Spalding playing 2 tonight against Offensive Stepneck out of New York.
All right.
And a big one next week for Broadneck. They travel to Arundel and the other side here on Gables and see them next week. Second and 10.
Broken play, but
that was a broken play. Made something out of nothing.
That was definitely a broken play.
So what we got here? It's going to be third down and about maybe...
Short gain on the play.
Yeah, how about third down?
Could be about 3rd and 7.
That's what it looks like. Broadneck cheerleaders. Third and about 7 here.
Definitely a pass play.
Wide receiver in motion. A rollout, a throw, and out of the hands, incomplete. Fourth down coming.
Brings up fourth down.
Got to help the quarterback out in situations like that. That was good penetration by the defense. Well, we punting.
Punt on fourth down here. Nice punt.
Nice punt.
Rolled right at the 35. One was escaped, another run, a good one, and then the 40.
What return by Blake Levicki. Bruins ball, first down.
Maybe I didn't see that play right, but looked like the referee blew it.
Why you say that, Coach Ross?
That should have been a block in the back.
Might be right.
Your head has actually got to be in front of the guy you're blocking.
First and 10 here for
47 yards. They got good field position.
They got very good field position. A run. Oh!
Looks like he got about 4 or 5 yards out of that.
Yeah, he did.
Aaron Quick with the carry.
Got stopped also there. Second and 5.
Second down.
Excuse us here as we
Yeah, that was a good run.
switching things out a little bit. Second and 5. Nice run. That should be a first down.
That is a first down.
Watching pass complete to Ian Walden. That's enough for Broadneck Bruins. First down.
Bruins looking in control.
The St. Mary's immediately adjusted them those short passes too. Now you got a quarterback keeper.
Oh, there's a quarterback keeper, but they got him. They got him. So nowhere to go there.
He might have made it back to the line of scrimmage with forward progress.
Watkins trying for a loss.
C.J. Watkins, the senior, with the run attempt.
We can have like a second and 12.
Yeah. Second and 13 to be precise. Taxi ride. Well,
Second and 13.
I'm sorry, Uber ride now. I don't do too many taxis anymore. Got it over. Throw. Caught. And got to the. Did he drop it? He dropped it at the end at the plate.
Incomplete.
Got to hold on to it to the end.
Returning for Mari Hayes. Brings up third down.
Third down here.
I noticed that in warm-up they were dropping a lot of passes.
Well, a couple scrimmages, but you know, it's the first game, the big deal
Oh yeah.
for Broadneck, and
A little jittery right now.
yep, home crowd, big home crowd here.
Yeah.
Student section is packed here tonight.
Yes, it is. Good turnout.
Third and 13 here for the Bruins. They're at, well, they're at the 35 of St. Mary's. Watkins escapes, runs, scrambles, not going to get to the marker.
Yeah, but it's the fourth down. It's
TJ Watkins with the carry.
you in no man's land unless they got a good field goal kicker.
Brings up fourth down.
Yeah, you kind of is in no man's land here.
So you kind of got to go for it.
Yeah. That you do.
So it's 4th and 11.
A gain of 2 there on that third down play. So this year in the MPSSAA, we have a play clock now. Play clock at 12. Watkins rolls out on 4th down, long pass. And it's looked like a turnover on down. It is.
Turnover now. Saints ball, first down.
So good play, and the Saints hold serve here on the road. Even though, if you want to be technical, the Saints are about maybe 10 minutes away from here.
I am really impressed how packed this stands is at Broadneck. They really love their football.
Remember, this is the defending 4A runner-up from a year ago, losing the Wise in the 4A final. Roll out, they fake the run. Fake the pass, excuse me, had to run. Oh, that's a nice gain. It might be a gain of about 4.5. We're a little below, so as you're seeing this,
Second and 6.
second and 6 coming up. That was about right, 4-yard gain. 4-yard gain here, 7:54 remaining here in the quarter. Our first game, actually technically this is our first football game since Perry Hall and Mervo last postseason. That's a nice run. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up here for the Saints. Oh, something late going on. Ref's getting in there, stopping that. So it should be about 3rd and about 3. Maybe 4, not like 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and
3rd and 4 here for the Saints. They're trying to get the ball to the 43-yard line to continue the drive. Went with another run, a fake run. That's a first down. And that's going to move the power right past the 45.
Down by
What do you think about that, Coach Clark? 3 straight fake runs, kind of like quarterback running back draw.
Passes.
Well, you're right. 3 fake passes. My apologies.
And 3 runs.
What do you think about that, though?
First down for the Saints.
That's a good call, but Broadneck got to adjust again. They got to adjust.
6:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Scoreless game here in Lawrence Knight Stadium here in the campus of Broadneck High School.
St. Mary's is now dominating this quarter.
On this drive, I won't say dominating the quarter. This drive there got a whole rhythm going.
The clock is still rolling. The referee called timeout.
The play clock is rolling.
It stopped now. They should have had more seconds.
The game, yeah, there you go. Yeah, they definitely had to adjust. The game clock has stopped.
Yeah.
1st and 10 here for the Saints. And another session here, receiver in motion. Again, a run. It breaks loose. Look out. Touchdown, Saints. As that one scores easily.
Touchdown, Saints.
Dom Scrantley scampers to the end zone. And the Saints on the board first here.
Somebody opened up a hole that was too big, and the tractor trailer could have went through that.
You think that that trailer right there could have went through that hole, huh?
Oh, yes.
Well, you said it just a couple moments ago. They had to adjust, and it looked like St. Mary's caught Broadneck there. A 6-point loss for St. Mary's last week against Friendship Collegiate. They're trying to get the 1-1 here in this one. So they're going for, they're going for the extra point here. Yeah.
Flags on the play.
That's flags down. There's a player down for Broadneck too.
Yeah, that's a non-contact.
So I'm not sure the flag should be picked up unless it's a off-the-ball penalty. I didn't see that. The only thing I can think of was maybe a legal procedure by St. Mary's, but
well, I can't see that either because the line wasn't set.
I agree, it wasn't set, and
it was in a shift. That's an illegal shift.
And then the player went down.
No call yet. They picked the flag up.
A lot of stuff going on out here in Baltimore County. Baltimore City got a lot going on. Baltimore County football on the public side really starts tonight, and I tell you, so far in the first couple weeks, how about Archbishop Spalding? They beat DeMatha, beat Archbishop Brohan in Ohio 2 weeks ago, and we'll see them next week in a big matchup against McDonough here on the game of the weekend. Archbishop Spalding's rolling so far in the season. They're nationally ranked now.
Can't wait.
Can't wait indeed. Another big matchup. We advise you to watch it via live stream with the Ravens and Fort Hill and Dunbar, 2 state champions on the MPSSAA side, 2A, 1A Dunbar and Fort Hill on the 1A side. That should be a home danger. They play next year up in Fort Hill. You might have to make a trip up to Allegheny for that one.
Okay.
Next season.
So they picked up that flag. Apparently there was inadvertent flag.
And that's what we thought. That's what we thought. So the extra point chance here for the Saints to try to go up 7 here on the road.
Of course, the injured player left on his own. So.
And that's great news there. Yeah. Kick is that one is down the middle, right down Broadway. So 6:04 remaining here in the quarter, and the Saints up 7-0. First time these two programs, that's neighbors, met last couple seasons. St. Mary's next week, they start MIAA A conference play against the team that moved up with them, the defending B conference champion, Concordia Prep. And Concordia Prep got a lot of size on their front end. In our case, we'll be right back. Right, we're back to game action. Coach Clark, you're saying with St. Mary's here early.
Yeah, they're a lot bigger than I thought they were. They're kind of bigger than Broadneck.
Yeah! Well, Broadneck on offense here. What do you think they got to do here to get this time back out?
Complete their passes. The receivers got to hold on to the ball. You got 2 different styles. One wants to run, one wants to pass.
That's a short kick. Right near the check. Up the middle. Scamper stayed on his feet and got to the 30.
And put with the return.
So still in college and high school ball is normal kickoff. The NFL has the blocking zone, the kick zone, whatever it is now.
Can I say what it really is?
You go ahead.
It's a mess. I don't like it. And if you noticed yesterday, they were still kicking the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, well, you had two of the better kickers. They're not kickers that's going to kick to you. They're power kickers.
And I would want the ball. Let them have the ball on the 30.
First and 10 here for the Bruins. Watkins go with the quarterback draw. And quick draw, McGraw wasn't there. He may be on the game 2 yards.
I think that was another broken play.
DJ Watkins with the carry.
They gained about 2.5. As the sticks is near us now. 2nd and 10.
Pick up 3 on the play.
That's gain of 3. I do agree with you. The Bruins got to get their air attack on here. Oh, that's a split right up the middle. And it's going to be 3rd and short coming up here for Broadneck. Maybe a first down.
First down.
They say he got right over the line.
Gain of 8. That's enough for Broadneck.
Right over the line. Gain 8.
First down.
Bruins with a nice run up the middle. First and 10. Here at the 43 for the Bruins. Rollout. Short throw. Caught in the middle. First down and more. And it's a foot race. Can he get caught? He got caught from behind. A huge play for the Bruins. Goes for Heasy. Got down the field.
That's what I just said.
They needed that big time and they got it.
Good balls. They got to catch it.
We got an injury.
Look like one of St. Mary's.
It looked like a St. Mary's player. Yeah. St. Mary's player. Well, what a play there. And Samarji got caught by behind. He almost went right past the Knight Stadium sign.
Yeah.
Well, this time we want to send our best wishes, condolences to the Joppatown High School family. Tragedy happened as we tape today. Shooting at Joppatown High School. We do wish all folks involved our condolences to that young man that got shot today, passed away, and the family, school family, personal family at Joppatown High School.
And I just want to say that's too much. There's too many that's going on. I mean, kids went to Marlboro. They found the gun on them at Marlboro. I mean, there's too much of that.
It is definitely, Georgia, nationally, here locally.
And that was a tragedy.
Yeah, we just wish the best. Wish if you have any mental issues, any help, please seek out help, and definitely don't have to use violence to be a solution. First down here, we're back to football action now. That might be a gain of about 2.
Ball carrier Ian Bolden.
Well, you're in 4 down territory.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Gain of 3. Take it down.
Gain of 3 here, gain of 4 there. You kind of keep yourself on schedule and on time. It's not too bad.
They always say, as long as you stay ahead of the sticks. You got to stay ahead of the sticks.
Well, the Ravens and Chiefs opening night game happened last night. It was disco fever in Kansas City. All them flags coming down.
How about that?
But you don't want that. First and 10 here. Watkins sets the throw. Right over. Touchdown! And the Bruins extra point away from tying it up. Wide open, like you said earlier, Coach Clark, catch the passes. Definitely did there, and we're a point away from a tie game.
Yeah, but that quarterback, he's very active. I noticed that he's very active, so he's a good scorer. All you got to do is help him out, just hold on to it.
He's developed, definitely got to see him a couple years ago at Bishop Spalding in that matchup. And now senior, he's definitely developed well. And one of the best quarterbacks in public school play. Extra point, that one is good. We're tying it up.
Hey, way to come back and match that and score. Take the momentum away from St. Mary's right away.
Showed a lot of solitude there. You get down and then you can bounce back and tie it right back up.
Shows a lot of resiliency too.
Shows a lot of resolve and resiliency. We're right back. Broadneck to kick off here, tied it at 7. And a long kickoff, able to get it there. Right inside the 20. What a tackle.
Good hit.
That was a good tackle.
Good hit.
Saints will start their third series of the game. Well, we called Coach Jason Mariani before the game and looked very calm, looked ready to go for this one, looking to rebound from the Friendship Collegiate game from a week ago.
Well, he told me to evaluate his calls, defensive calls.
Oh yeah, that was the defensive side of Broadneck. Coach Rob Harris has the hit there.
I want to see if they can adjust to that fake pass and run up the middle.
Yeah. Because Broadneck got fooled on it 4 times, and the 4th time was the charm for St. Mary's. They went to it again, and the Saints again get good running yardage there. A flag late from behind. So usually a flag from behind only means either a hold or a hit on the quarterback. And it's against St. Mary's. They're going to back them up. Oh. You don't see too many unsportsmanlike comments from the back.
That could be a 15-yard play.
And that's really not good news for the Saints.
That killed that momentum too.
A fitting song, huh? Oh boy.
Well, I got a church towel. I'll use this for my church towel. When I'm preaching and sweating.
There you go. 1st and 17. And the ball on the 12.
Good hit.
A good tackle.
That was a good tackle.
That was a straightforward up front tackle.
Good tackle. That's how you tackle. You wrap them up.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 16 coming up here for St. Mary's. Excuse me.
If they can hold them, well, it should have been 2nd down.
Let's see if it should be 2nd down because the penalty, yeah, it's 2nd down at 15.
If Broadneck can hold them, they get good field position.
Well, you know, later this season, you know, we just highlight our games here on the Game of the Week. We'll have St. Francis and IMG. We don't know the location yet, but we'll have that one in November.
I cannot wait for that.
Of course, City and Poly, always a great tradition. We'll have that game for you this season. And Dunbar-Murrow, one of the great matchups in the area. Short pass, able to catch it.
Good stop.
That was a good stop. The great tackling right now for Broadneck here on this drive.
Yeah, because the art of tackling is kind of like lost in all levels of football.
Should be 3rd and about 15. You can get anything.
I think it's 3rd and 16. They come together.
We'll have Dundalk and Memphis Mill coming up later this season. And a couple wild cards here and there as well. We'll be back here for Old Mill and Broadneck as well. Here at Broadneck. It is 4th down. The punt unit out. That's a side punt right near midfield. Nice one tackle and a good open field tackle there. And it cuts the Bruins.
2 good things happened. A good block and a good open field tackle.
So the PA announcer was correct. The field side was wrong, but they got everything right. And Broadneck gets the ball back for the 3rd time for them here in the game. They're trying to take the lead for the 1st time.
And they got good field position.
Yep. Press with both teams. By the time in MPSSAA, now you don't really get to play too many non-conference games, so you get one big non-conference game, it's kind of it. 1:27 left in the 1st quarter.
It's been a long 1st quarter, too.
It has.
I used to know it, but now it's
Watkins escapes, throws short, oh, incomplete.
Just missed it, go too high.
There's
pass ball is incomplete. Brings up second down.
2nd and 10 coming up here.
Had him wide open.
No, we're talking about Annapolis too. Got to watch out for the Panthers this year. There's big non-conference matchups here on this first week of the public school side. Kind of the second week, if you count everybody else on the private side. Oakdale and Memphis Mill. Oakdale hosting them out there. Battle of state contenders every year in their respective classes. They met last season. Oakdale won the matchup at Memphis Mill. Short throw, incomplete. Incomplete.
He came out better. He completed it, but he lost yards.
How about Dunbar tonight? They're in Virginia taking on Stonebridge. What a game that is. Down there, it's the Poets testing themselves in non-conference play. Time out here. We got an injury for St. Mary's, unfortunately.
I'm hoping it's just cramps.
Yeah. This is perfect football weather for September. It was a little warmer last weekend. The big matchup happened at the Mather, the Cavalier Classic, the twin bill they had. St. Mary's Riken hosted Mount St. Joe's tonight down there in St. Mary's County. What a game that's to be for the Lambert Cup. And how about we said it, Spalding beating DeMatha. What a huge game it was. And it gave a lot of warning. The Maryland football right now has been kind of been impressive. Calvin Hall's got some big wins so far. McDonough with a huge win in New York last week.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Good for Maryland football.
Definitely is. We get to see all of that here on DSN. We'll try to get to Howard County this season. Get a game out there. Loyola Blakefield was a couple big non-conference games. They get Georgetown Prep, I think, next week. Then they'll play in November. Memphis Mill comes down. Player helped off for St. Mary's, number 10, Luke Fryer.
You don't want to see anybody get hurt.
No doubt.
So I think it's more than just a cramp.
Yeah. It'll be third down coming up here for the Bruins.
They got to take advantage of this short field.
No doubt. Roll out, flag, come out. Short pass. It's going to be a first down, but I think it's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Watching pass complete to Ian Mulvey. Flag on the play.
Legal procedure.
Yeah, legal procedure. That legal procedure's been quite rampant in football here as of late. We've seen it in the NFL opening night game. We've seen it in some college games too.
Well, they got that new rule now where the tackle is really head got to be equal to the guard. So if you're a tackle, you got to be your head, not your body, but your head has to be equal with the helmet of the guard that you decide.
That's one, and then the other one is the receivers got to be even up too.
Yeah, the receiver got to be even up. That's just they wasn't calling that years ago.
So third down and long here. It's going to be 3rd and 15.
Yeah, you're behind the sticks now. This is where you don't want to be.
Oh, there's some early movement there. A nice pass to the side, still on his feet. It's going to be 4th and manageable here. 30 seconds left in the quarter. And perhaps that might be the final play of the first quarter. Yeah, 4th and 2, what you do?
That's a final. That's a final play. They might get it off.
15, 14 seconds in the quarter.
You don't have to
We can have a blast.
You don't have to snap it here.
They not.
I don't think they are, yeah. Oh, trying to get them off sides, and St. Mary's ain't taking the bait. So after one here at Lawrence Lake Stadium here in Broadneck, the DMV High School Football Game of the Week, we got a tied 7 games between the cousins St. Mary's and Broadneck. We're back with the second quarter here from Cape St. Clair coming up. Second quarter in the way, the Lawrence High Coach Terry Clark Richard, 4th and 2 here for Broadneck as they try to continue to drive here.
If I was St. Mary's defensive coordinator, I would call a run blitz right now.
Run to the edge, came back over, got it and more. First down.
Ian Mulder with the carry.
Good call.
Yep.
Gain of 4.
And all you needed was 2.
That's enough for a Broadneck Bruins. First down.
The flag man, the guy holding the pole.
He was looking like everybody else. What happened? That's a run there.
Got about 2, 3.
Yeah, I was going to say a 2-yard gain.
Like a 3.
Iron Kid Thompson with the carry. Second down. Correction, Aaron Wood with the carry.
Second down and about 4. Excuse me, 7. Apologies. Gained about, looked like about 3.5 on that first down play. Oh boy, that's a throw! Oh, almost had it! A one-hander and incomplete.
Pass ball is incomplete. Third down.
It wouldn't be spectacular he'd have caught that, man, I tell you.
He should have caught it. You got to help your quarterback.
Third down and 7. We got a couple of finals. Lake Clifton beating Patterson today, 8-6. Very low scoring game between those so rivals.
That was defense.
Yep. Watkins was scrambling. He goes down with a sack.
He lost yardage on that.
Yeah, that's a sack. Decision time here for Coach Harrison Company.
Bring the 4th down.
How good is your field goal kicker? So I think he's bringing on the field goal kicker. Which is a good call if you got a good field goal kicker.
It's a long kick though.
Well, the ball is on a 25, take it back 7, 32, 42-yarder.
In high school, that's a long kick. That one is through the uprights and no good.
And kick is no good.
They went just a bit short.
Looks like it went through him.
I thought it went through myself.
Me too. He had the leg.
Amazing in all three phases. The offense amazing. The defense relentless. Special teams always making plays. The Broadneck Bruins have done it again. The Bruins
St. Mary's in a big victory. Concordia Prep defeating our Bishop Curley 20-14 up in Townsend. That's a run to the outside. And not there. That gets Concordia Prep back on track. They're 1-1. They lost to Bishop McNamara last Saturday. So we're going to be second down and about 6.
Miles Bryant with the tackle. Bring him second down.
It's a good run.
4 yards.
Yeah.
3-4 yards, like you say, that's on schedule.
Right on time, as they say, don't
That's the thing. You got to stay on schedule.
Run to the outside. That cuts. Able to stay on his feet. Nice gain there. It should be 3rd and about 3 coming out. Maybe less than that. Oh, that looked like 3rd and 1.
Thomas Engel with the tackle.
Well, that's the first down. No, say first down.
Early first down.
Just got it. First and 10 here for the Saints. Again with that fake pass and a run up the middle. And the whistle finally blown. That might be a gain of about 3.
Walker put down by the Hoops of Bruins.
A little more than that. Looked like a gain of 5.
They got to adjust to that run game.
2nd and 5 coming up. 8:16 remaining in the half. What's the whistle about?
Here's the timeout.
The officials called the timeout there. Even team has still not been charged with a timeout as of yet here in the half. Snap there, run up the middle, flag, the ball came out. The ball came out. Broadneck will get it back, but the flag was before the fumble.
It's got to be a hold.
And if it is, Broadneck will decline it. First turnover of the game. That is holding. Penalties is Klein. Broadneck will get the ball back. So did St. Mary's go to the well too many times with the fake pass run option?
I don't think so. I just think that they've been running back.
The flag of play was holding on the tape. Penalties declined.
I don't think Broadneck adjusted to that game yet. But let's see what they do with the ball. Plenty of time.
Yep, 7:34 left in the half, a tied 7 game. Broadneck missed the field goal there and tried to take the lead for the first time. Nice patient run there. That's a gain of about 8. On our angle, we thought it was 8. Yep, 2nd and about 4. A gain of 6. He waves a good run.
6 on the play. 2nd down.
Franklin up on Westminster 14-0 in that one.
That could be a first down.
That will be a first down.
Ian Malton with the carry.
No? So yard short. That's first
Gain
down.
of 5. That's enough for Broadneck Bruins. First down.
Whole man keep going to sleep over there. So I kind of figured it out. Whatever color their team wear, that's what color they wear to school.
Yep. Low snap there for Watkins. Watkins with time. A pass. It's caught.
Good grab.
And a first down. Flag late. That might be against St. Mary's.
That's probably against St. Mary's.
The Joey Marquise. Gain of 11 on the play.
Let's see what the call is. Because I'm very interested in this one.
Personal foul. Back to the head.
Oh, hit to the head.
15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it's on St. Mary's. That's not a good penalty. The timing of it is really not good. And the Bruins move in front, get a first down.
But what a catch, though.
What a catch indeed. And confidence by Watkins to throw that right there.
Yeah.
That was kind of in the middle.
Well, you got to know your receiver.
No doubt. First and 10 here for Broadneck. Again, the offense moving the ball. They want to get in the end zone. This time, get some points. Watkins rolls. Straight front. Oh, man. Touchdown. Broadneck in front for the first time.
Before it was accurate.
Yep. Broadneck in front for the first time in the game. Oh, it's a flag down late. It's a flag down late.
There's a flag on the play.
And it's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back.
What did he call?
Called a hold. It was a late call. Man. You talk about an Uncle Boo killer.
Holding.
A holding ball.
10-yard penalty.
Man.
Still first down.
It erases a touchdown. That's what makes it so much bigger.
Yeah, and now you're behind the sticks.
And the question is, will Watkins be able to get a clean throw like that? Again here, at least in the half. Flag here as well. That's coming back.
That's either offside or illegal procedure.
Yeah. It's a fumble and a return back. Look out. Chugging down the sideline. Gone. Touchdown Saints the other way. What a twist here. And we got to see what the flag is about.
Flag on the play.
That's the same boy that was hurt a while ago. What's the flag? I think that's coming back.
The refs getting together. Now remember, it was a flag earlier when Broadneck got their turnover, and the flag was negated, and the turnover happened. Can that happen on this end?
I figured it was a legal procedure.
Legal procedure, yeah. Oh, it's on both sides. So Broadneck catch a huge break.
And they caught a break.
So both sides have been hurt from penalties in the last two plays. It took touchdowns from both. We played it down, 1st and 20 again.
So that means it was a hold before the fumble.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking it was a hold after the fumble. It should still be St. Mary's ball.
Exactly. The hold must have happened before the turnover.
And it had to be on the line. I don't know how you get a hold on defense like that unless one of the linemen.
Or maybe the hold happened on the fumble.
Then it wouldn't be. It would be brought to St. Mary's ball.
It'd be negated though. Still. The hold had to happen before the fumble.
Yeah, before the fumble.
Oh, that's encroachment. That's an encroachment offsides call, 1st and 15.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty.
still.
Well, we talking about we didn't see too much mustard. Boy, have we the last couple plays, haven't we?
And I think they was over with summer practice and how they gonna throw their pass. You still got them behind the sticks.
That's a roll to the outside. Patience there. That's a nice gain there on the first down finally. It's going to be second and short coming up.
Mark Hayes with the carry.
Second and about 2.
Gain of 7.
Second and 3.
down.
Oh, first down. He was down.
Ian Walter with the carry.
Got an injury on the field for St. Mary's.
Saints.
Pistol timeout for an injury.
What we got going on behind us. We'll be right back. We're back to game action now. Watkins with time. He scrambles now. Still on his feet. And he goes down, look like a gain of 4.5.
TJ Watkins with the carry.
He didn't have nobody open anyway. They got to score. You can't go down here twice and not get no points.
Andy, you thought you had points early in this drive. Another run there. It's going to be third down.
With the carry.
Third and about maybe 1 coming up.
Gain of 3 on the play. Third down.
Third and 1 here for Broadneck. And we got whistle, we got flags, we got something. We got a timeout, I believe was called. Timeout.
Timeout called by the Saints.
Saints called timeout. That's the first timeout charged by either team in a half here. We're back. Indeed, we're back to game action now. Third down and 1. Drive. Powell was still moving. And a touchdown. And it's official now.
Yep.
So they went for the run. They only needed a yard to get pay dirt. And an extra point now. .4:11 left here in the first half. Kick is up. Right down. Oh, clanks. And it's still good.
Still good.
Joey Jordan's kick is good.
Right down Broadway then. They said doink and went in. Broadneck's first lead of the game here this evening. 14-7. We're right back. All right, the Bruins here about to kick off to the Saints. 14-7 your score. It's been a very good game of the week game for us to start off this season. A nice kickoff here. Right near the 5. Cuts over. And the good defense there by Broadneck able to stop it.
Well, everybody stayed in their lane. That's what I was looking at. Nobody came out of their lane.
Nope.
Pilot Tim Thompson leading the
I think we had a person collapse behind us a little earlier in the last drive. And, you know, during this time of year, still a little warm, still got to stay dehydrated.
Still got to stay dehydrated.
We got our Gatorade and water and soft drinks here. We're all right. And that's what happened behind us here. And we're wishing on that part everybody's okay. Like the fire department's coming now as we speak. First and 10 here, roll out, another flag. Broadneck from behind.
That's got to be another
And that's coming, yeah, it's coming back.
Now you're starting to get messy.
Well, you say messy, you know what I say? Sloppy Joe.
False start on the offense.
You kind of want to stay ahead of the flag. That's the most important thing.
Replay first down.
I actually would have declined that penalty because they lost a yard on that play. It would have been 2nd and 11.
Second and 15.
First and 15.
First and 15, I'm sorry, you're right. Started things. That's a run up the middle and gains a first down perhaps. I think he might have got to the first down marker.
Michael Swift with his tackle.
Nope, it's going to be second and about
Second down for the
He got like 13 yards on that.
yeah, he got a burst for
They're
that.
still doing that same thing.
They are. Did it again.
Now you got a first down.
I don't think they're getting Broadneck with it now. They're seeing it. They're definitely running.
It'll be first down for the Saints.
3:20 remaining in the half.
Yeah, he got to adjust that running game. They running through the A gap too.
At this time, they went to the outside, and the edge was set well. That's a gain of about 4. Another late flag.
Okay, push out of bound by Spencer Long.
This might be against Broadneck this time, Coach Clark.
Yeah, they walking back.
Get ball foul.
Yep.
That's looking like conduct on the Bruins.
No motions are high, but you gotta. Both teams have had one of them so far in the half.
But that's on the coaches. You got to make sure your team is different. You just gave them a first down. Better field
Add
position.
15 more to it.
And I didn't see nobody come out. So the coaches has got to stop that.
And the pistol there, a nice cut, Ron, but a nice tackle and then a bad tackle to stop.
Because the hole opened up for a tractor trailer.
With the tackle.
He got about 3.5 yards out of it.
You know, right now it's time for a play action fake and a long pass.
Yeah, it will be.
Because you got them, I'm going to see where their safety's at.
Safety's playing close.
So, yeah, so you don't have any.
It's nobody beyond the first down marker. They're going to throw a nice run. That's going to maybe get close to the marker. Third and short.
They got about a yard to go.
I remember St. Mary's have 2 timeouts remaining, and Broadneck will get the ball first in the second half. Is high school ball still the only place we don't have a 2-minute warning? You're right. It is. Did it again, and a first down.
You know, in college it's not a 2-minute warning either.
What do they call it?
2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout, really? We've seen them do it. Yes, Mike Tirico did correct everybody on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute timeout.
The only place where it's a 2-minute warning is the NFL. Snap, throw to the side. Boom. A low tackle and
Mind you behind the sticks again with time running.
about to take a timeout, and Coach Joseph Duke. Coach Jason Bernardi of St. Mary's, they called a timeout and they got one remaining.
Hey, you don't want to get behind the sticks. You got to stay on schedule.
You know, the only sport we start our season in shorts and then we end the year in a coat. Again, next week here on the DSN Network, we will be in Severn to see Archbishop Spalding play McDonough in a huge MIAA conference matchup there. The following week, we'll be at Dunbar to see Holly and Dunbar go at it in that one.
I just want to know how good Polly's going to be this year. Somebody was hurt.
Yep. .125 remaining in the half. St. Mary's trying to drive here, trying to tie the game up.
You got a 2nd and 14.
The taxi is out. Roll out. Short throw. Caught. And it's near the marker. And a flag late. And that might be against Broadneck also.
He hit him out of bounds. Hit him out of bounds.
Yeah, we see him flying.
Got to have discipline.
So that's huge. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You hit him out of bounds. You can't know. I understand you fired up. But you just helped St. Mary's out. Plus the clock didn't move.
That's huge there as well.
So that's 2 things.
1:17 remaining in the half. A 14-7 lead here for Broadneck as day starts to shift the night. Sun starts to set. Sets a little earlier, a little after about 7:20
Well,
now.
we in September now.
This is true. They went with the run again and cuts to the outside. He did a lot of shifting, but he didn't get a lot of movement up front.
He might have lost yards on that. No, he didn't. Wow, he got 4 yards out of that?
St. Mary's, I think, will take time out again.
Broadneck got an injury.
Oh, Broadneck got an injury. We apologize. Thank you, by the way. We did Baltimore County Media Day on the high school football side. See a lot of the teams. Check them out. Check some of the players out. Appreciate everybody watching that. Them and Peachey County, the only 2 right now to do Media Day. But soon all the public schools and private schools included will be a part of their own Media Days soon enough. So 2nd and 6 here for St. Mary's. Fakes it again, right up the middle. And a good gain, a first down and more. 48 seconds remaining. First and goal now for the Saints. Should be a timeout called, and I think St. Mary's got it off, got the timeout in time.
By the Bruins.
Oh, Broadneck, excuse me. Broadneck called timeout. So both teams have 2 timeouts.
Well, 36 seconds, that's not a factor.
Yeah, you want to at least get yourself a little time to get a couple plays in. What a crowd. Let's look at the crowd here on the side of the fencing here. What a crowd. The people are out tonight here in Cape St. Clair. opening night here for Broadneck.
Now in the second half, I'm looking for Broadneck defense to adjust to this running game that they beat them on the ground.
Yep. St. Mary's has scored the touchdown there. We had a battery went out on us right when it happened. We apologize. Extra point to tie the game up here for the Saints. A running touchdown. The Bruins had not been able to stop the Saints with running a block. And they blocked the extra point. The lead still 15-13. How about that? Got through the middle, blocked the extra point. They come back and
score. The 14, the Saints 13.
So they're saying the Bruins got 3 timeouts. Question is, what's going to happen there? We're right back. All right, back here to game action now.
Oh, they offside. You gonna call that?
Had a winding kick there. It went back a little farther than they thought. Cuts through, gets near the 40, and a pretty good return.
They should have called that. They was offside on that football.
Yeah.
Very quick with the return. The Bruins ball. First down.
Referee missed that. But I'm having a good time. The game is good.
Wait, you want one?
Both teams showing me something. I'm a little surprised at St. Mary's right now.
Why you say that?
I didn't see that in there.
Oh, getting that touchdown?
That running game, period.
Oh, yeah. They're showing us a lot with the running game in this one. Underthrown and complete.
Yeah, that should have been a flag.
Fastball incomplete.
He held him. That should have been pass in the, well, not pass in the
Second down.
That should have been a hold.
We call a little bump and grind right there. That's what that was.
You got to call that.
Let's let them play a little bit too. 2nd and 10 here for the Bruins. As they got all 3 of their timeouts, they're trying to get something down the field and call a timeout quickly. Snap, throw short, caught, stepped out, didn't gain a lot of yards though. 12 seconds remaining, 10. And now timeout by Broadneck. Broadneck will call time.
I give him credit. He's trying to throw that ball. He's trying to get some points.
Yep.
Timeout Bruins.
Watkins, he runs it himself. Got room. He goes down, he get the first down. Need a timeout. Second timeout call. And both teams with 1 remaining now. Time for the Hale Bruins. The Hale Bruins.
Somebody tell me what is a Bruin?
You know what a Bruin is? It's a big bear. One. That's one of the easy mascots from the night of. We're back with the end of the first half coming up. All right, here, 3 seconds remaining. Looking, walking, throws straight, and complete, and a half ends there. What a good first half we've had after first half, 14-13, your score. Broadneck in front by a point. We're back with the second half here in the game of the week here on DSN. Second half here underway for Broadneck getting the ball first. They got it right near the 10. Got some running room now. Cuts over and a nice return. There's the second half begins. We do have some scoring updates for you. One of them is out in Frederick County, Oakdale, rolling. Memphis Mill rolling over Oakdale on the road, 28-6 in that one. And I didn't think the natives thought that. It was a close game last year at Oakdale. And quite a different story this year in Memphis Mill as the Millers has rolled up in the Frederick County to take care of some business.
That's how you do it.
Randallstown beating Owens Mills right now by a touchdown. Interesting matchup there in Baltimore County play. Loyola Blakefield with a big win against Georgetown Prep in non-conference play. That was a big win. A little more scoring updates for you. 11:54 remaining here in the third quarter, excuse me. Day shifts in the ninth.
Is that you trying to listen?
Pitch to the outside. Oh, what a move. He said, I ain't going down that easy. And
That easy.
man, that looked like a game. That looked like a first down game. That's what it is.
Game of 11. Action up for Broadneck Bruins. First down.
11-yard. That's how you start the second half. This time the defense of St. Mary's ate them up.
Said we're not going nowhere this time.
No, sir. A 1-point lead in this one here. And not having that extra point, that could play a factor here for St. Mary's.
It might. We'll see.
Roll out by Watkins, short pass, caught, broken tackle, broke again, breaks loose, first down for Broadneck. Oh my.
That play, I noticed that all night.
First down.
Well, we can say this.
So St. Mary playing in the zone.
Yeah. High throw, incomplete, 2 ball. Watkins has gotten to the rhythm there, and that has helped him get in the rhythm that play. Annapolis beating Old Mill right now. And a lot of people talking about watch out for the Panthers this year, Annapolis, and again, not far from here. .38 remaining. Roll out to the outside, not quite.
Watkins with the carry.
Watkins gains 1.
Third down.
It's going to be 3rd and 9 at the 14.
Jaden, here. He's up here.
Ball on the 12.
3rd and
So from
7.
here, we're talking about a 29 to 30-yard field goal.
Well, field goal wise wouldn't be too much of a problem. But you know, Broadneck, they want to get the first down. Roll out, Watkins steps back, throws short, low pass. They said it was incomplete.
Fourth down.
So now you're saying about a 30-yard kick now so far.
I would go for the point. And he's doing it. Yeah, I would go for the point.
And the first one was a bit long.
Well, he hit one a while ago during practice.
Yeah, it's out of his range, the first field goal. This one should be in the range.
He got the leg.
Yeah, it's
He
not
just
that.
need to be active.
Oh, no.
So you did all that and got, I think that was kind of deflected.
Turnover down. First down.
Oh, it was tipped. St. Mary's will get the ball inside the 20. Let me come back. 9:47 remaining. St. Mary's with the run here, and a nice run there, and it's a gain of about maybe 6.
Okay, what down?
We got a Broadneck player.
Here's the one out. It's the play.
You know, we always say for high school football, you know, you have a lot of start times. Sometimes schools start early, around like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then you have a 5 o'clock time sometime, and a 6 o'clock time, which we have this tonight, and then 7 o'clock. Then that 6 o'clock window is probably perfect. It's where you still got some day left if you're playing. Then just in the night, and then you're out of here around like 8:30.
Well, I told my wife I'd be home at 7.
He didn't know the time. 9:20 remaining here in the quarter.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 3, so it was a gain of 7. It did it again this time. No, Broadneck was ready for it.
I think they might have lost the guy.
Yep, they did. See the stick move back a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Big tackle of the play by the Bruins.
You know the Saints have not really opened it up for a pass play down the field yet.
No, the only passes were really a swing out there.
You say it's got to be coming. 8:30 remaining in the 3rd. Up the middle, first down for Saints.
Okay, one down by Marlon Brown. The second.
They have not yet adjusted to St. Mary's running the ball. Why would I pass it?
Really first down.
Especially if you went in the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
That's why getting some points down here was very important.
Very huge, and Broadneck was not able to get the points there. Bring it a little closer now. Went for it again, a straight up draw. That might have. I'm about to say maybe a gain of 1.
Second down.
2nd and 8 coming up here. 7:35 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. It's great to see the play clock here in public school play as well.
Yeah.
Let's see what you're going to see on the next level. It's huge. Throws it short. Caught there on the edge. The one hit looked like it stopped him, but then he was still on his feet still. Let's see what the market leads us.
Got to wrap him up.
3rd and 2.
Jonah Brown in on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Oh, first round of fall sports, full in play, soccer, volleyball, field hockey. Third and 2 here for the Saints. I expect to run. And a lightning quick one too, 1st down and more.
Why not? They're just running the ball.
Tackle made by a host of Bruins. It'll be 1st down for the Saints.
They're at midfield right now.
Yes, they are. Nails there.
Mario Brown second in on the tackle.
They got a big offensive. St. Mary's got a big offensive line.
2nd and 9 here coming up here for the Saints in the white uniform.
Broadneck trying to call timeout.
Yeah, Broadneck is trying to call a timeout. He's doing it twice.
Apparently, that's not what they're calling time. Maybe they were sitting in the plate.
Quarterback took it this time, looks like.
I don't think he got much.
Yeah, I don't think he got too much there. It's going to be 3rd and about maybe 7 coming up.
So they wasn't calling a timeout. They were sitting in the defensive plate.
It was 3rd and 8. Gain of a yard. This is a big stance here for Broadneck.
Yes, it is.
Catch, but that's coming back anyway. They wouldn't have got the first down either.
He might have got
Green by Jonah Brown.
I mean, I would decline the penalty. You got the 4th down regardless. I know they wanted to get the yards. Maybe that's what it is.
Right on the play.
If it's a hold, I would take it.
I think they will. It's been a quick. You said the first quarter moved slow. The 3rd quarter's been kind of quick.
Yeah, it's gone. Well, they running the ball. Legal procedure. Now I wouldn't take that. But they are.
On the offense.
The way my defense was playing, I don't think I would have taken that.
I got to look at this legal procedure deal, man. It's been coming up big time. You mentioned it earlier. You explained it very well. But it's been popping up in all football, high school, college, and pro. And it seems like on each level it's a little different.
Well, one thing that I noticed, they wasn't calling those formations illegal before. Now teams have not adjusted to it, so I don't think they would adjust them this season.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
And now I think another flag or timeout.
Timeout looked like was called.
Now called by the Saints.
Saints called it, and they have 2 remaining. 3:46 left here in the 3rd.
The Bruins fans, this is Justin Timberlake. This quarter sponsors are Panthers, John Stein from State Farm, Donald Dockside, and Brian Schilling from Long and Foster Realty. Go Bruins.
Actually, they did Broadneck a favor.
I think they did.
You got a legal procedure, which threw the ball back, then you call timeout. You just rest of the defense.
Yep. The defensive blow, I think. Third down and 13 here for St. Mary's. Looking here. And a sack. Something we haven't seen much in this game.
Maybe now you know why they don't drop back the pass.
DJ Hentner went down and went down quickly. Hunting it out here for St. Mary's. He stands for Broadneck.
They lost 8 yards on that hit. What looked like a promising drive just ended up. You kill yourself with penalties.
Oh, that's off the side of the foot. It didn't go as far as we thought. Fair catch was made right near the 28-yard line. Yeah, I was going to say, got a fair catch that one, get out of it. As the word of Lucas, get out of the way. Broadneck got 1. They missed a field goal to try to increase the lead to 4. That's the second missed field goal of the game so far here for the Bruins.
And that might turn around to hurt them.
Remember, extra point was blocked by Broadneck on St. Mary's. And that is the difference in the game right now. Side throw. He was incomplete. Yeah, let that ghost go, as they say.
That was almost a lateral to me.
Close.
Got to be careful with those.
Got to, definitely. 2:58 remaining. There in the third. Quick moving third quarter. Season of the DMV High School Football Game of the Week. We will have a couple showcase games here and there this season. It'll be mostly Game of the Week action coming your way. Throw high, caught it. A nice catch there. Marquise with a second good catch of the game we've seen.
Like I say, you got to help your quarterback. You got what, a 3rd and 4?
Yeah, 3rd and 4 here, it looks like. The way Watkins has gotten a rhythm, that should be a good pass for him, or maybe even a quick run. Play clock at 20. And that's going to be against the offense.
Yeah, they saw the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
Watkins had his Lamar impersonation on. And that's going to cost Broadneck.
Now you got a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, you went from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8 now. Watkins on snap, short pass, got some space. Nice tackle to stop it. It's going to be 4th down coming out.
I don't know. I would kind of go for that.
Bring the 4th down.
Yeah, it's 4th and about.
Well, no, I wouldn't go.
2.5. Play clock at 35 is running.
Are they going?
They are going for it. Are they trying to get St. Mary's to move? Play clock at 18. Oh, there wasn't guys out on the field for Broadneck. Are they subbing into the punt unit? Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
delay of game.
Yeah. Broadneck was trying to give them the move, and once they couldn't, they went near the 15-second mark of the play clock, ran the special teams unit out there, and took the delay of game to get more space to play.
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So 4th and 8 now. Punt unit out. Oh yeah. A hop, skip, and kick. Let that one go. And it took a huge Broadneck bounce.
Yes, it did.
First down inside the 25-yard line.
Went to the 25.
It'll be 1st down for the Saints.
The Saints will get it back here. 1:03 remaining. Here in the 3rd. And look at that student crowd over here. They're psyched up for their Bruins here tonight. Home opener for Broadneck. Season opener as well for the Bruins.
Not this time.
Still game maybe about maybe 3.
Pass complete brings up 2nd down for the Saints.
That wasn't a completed pass. That was a run. That was a fake.
It was a run, yeah. He fooled you this time, huh?
Fooled that Nelson.
Yeah, I definitely seen it was a run.
That was a run.
28 seconds, that's probably the last play of the quarter in all likelihood. figure there and run up the middle. But we switch sides here. It's going to be third down. And about, it's going to be third down about maybe 6.
We got third down.
Quarter will end there. So at the 3, we haven't moved score-wise. Broadneck still up 1, 14-13. And back to the fourth quarter here from Cape St. Clair at the DMV High School game of the week. It was indeed. We're back to the fourth quarter coming up here from Cape St. Clair. All right, folks, fourth quarter here on the way. Big third down play here for St. Mary's here, Coach Clark. Flags everywhere. It's coming back. That's a catch. He won't get the first down anyway either.
That is the Bruins. Flags on the play.
How about Randallstown? Injury timeout. Randallstown rolling Orange Mills tonight, 34-14. So the Rams trying to get back. They got a big non-conference game next week, by the way. Stephen Decatur comes up on the Eastern Shore, comes up to Randallstown. Big game here.
I would decline this penalty. I'm hoping they do.
Annapolis up 33-20 over Old Mill. Speaking of Stephen Decatur, up big over Queen Anne County. 35-0. Memphis Mill Oakdale halftime, 28-13. You're scoring that. I know Roosevelt up on Newtown 14-0 down in Greenbelt. McDonough and St. Michael's, the Archangel, 9-8 score there for the Eagles in that one.
Blake O'Binky and Aaron Cook back deep with the Bruins.
Punt team out here for St. Mary's. Middletown up on Frederick 22-8.
That might be an ankle.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
So they took my advice, they declined that penalty.
Yep. There's fourth down. You got fourth down. You got what you wanted. Low and the ball loose. He's got to run with it. Here's there for Broadneck. Oh, that is huge, Coach Clark.
Bruins ball, first down.
So what you gonna do with it? That's the question.
The ball's at the 11, 12-yard line, excuse me. You got to at least get 3 points out of it. .11:41 remaining regulation time. That's a straight run. Boom! Right there, end zone. Touchdown, Broadneck. That was a straight up run, Coach Clark, and he was not being stopped. He didn't take no stops until he got right in the end zone. Broadneck up now, 20-13, up 7. And now that extra point being blocked really means
now that unless they can block this one.
Yep. St. Mary's, I bet you, is going to try to do that indeed.
Well, they coming.
That is right down Broadway. The lead take now 21-13.
Still a one possession game.
It is.
The Bruins, 21,
That turnover was a big win. That was a big one.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, spectators are not allowed on the field, and please do not congregate near the field of play. We thank you for your cooperation and commitment to good sportsmanship.
Well, about 5 minutes to go, they should start calling people back.
Beautiful night it is. Maybe St. Mary's, though, you don't have to stop doing what you've been doing.
No, you got plenty of time. He called it on them, and he didn't call it on St. Mary's.
See what this is on.
It's outside. Illegal procedure, that's what I thought. Same thing happened with St. Mary's.
We call start on the kicking team.
St. Mary's should get a good field position now.
They should get a really good field position here from it. Man, what a boot of a kick. Maybe not. That was inside the 10. 20. And they get him right before he gets to the 20.
Good tackle.
So you're saying he was going to get good field position. That kick was amazing, wasn't it?
And I know the guy got a good strong leg. If he could get accurate, he'll kick 50-yard field goal.
Secure your transportation. Uber, Lyft, Mom, Dad, brother,
They saying it now.
If you need to call your ride, please do so immediately. Also let your driver know Broadneck City is being picked up in the back parking lot. No Bruins! Let's go, defense!
There you go. Snap here, throw, intercepted! It's 6 City! Touchdown, Broadneck! Hey, that might put this one in the bag.
Still plenty of time.
A huge defensive play there by the secondary of the Bruins, and the lead now to 14. Kick is good.
Johnny Jordan's kick is good. The score, the Bruins, 28.
Yeah, he read that perfectly.
He did.
Hey, Bruins, just a reminder about securing your transportation. If you need to call your parents for a ride, please do so at this time. Go Bruins!
Question is, can St. Mary's rebound for that?
Got time.
It's time, but that was a pretty big But to your point, St. Mary's can still keep the same game plan.
So they can.
They went.
You ain't got that much time.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Stay on his feet!
A shoestring tackle.
And it was close
If
to
he
really
hadn't made
breaking
that
it.
tackle, he was gone.
Yeah.
Return stop by Billy Owen.
I mean, it's still 11-8 left. They can chunks of runs. They can still do it.
Yeah, if you get chunks, but remember the clock will continue to run.
And remember, the Saints do have 2 timeouts remaining.
What this first play look like?
We got a stoppage, and
I think
Timeout called by the Bruins.
yeah, the Bruins called the timeout. Both teams got 2 remaining now. We'll be right back. Back into game action now.
Well, they took your word. They still trying to run on the
Down by
ground.
a host of Bruins.
Like you said earlier, that's worked.
He got about 5 yards out of that, though.
That was Dom Scanley. Second and about 4.
Second down.
Oh, base loose. That's a first down. 10:36 remaining
And
in
he
the
went out
clock.
of bounds, stopped the clock.
That was huge there.
Tyree Keith Thompson with the tackle. It'll be first down for the Saints.
28-13 your score in this one. And a nice tackle that time to stop it. Gain of 1.
Ball carrier brought down by Kamari Collison. Second down.
Low snap there, roll out. Caught. What a tackle. Well, I think without question it's a 4th down territory now.
Well, definitely in 4th down territory.
Third down.
So you only got like a what, 3rd and 1.5?
Yep, defense call. The Broadneck cheerleaders. 3rd and 2. Second movement might have gotten the first.
It did.
Yep.
In on the tackle.
Clock will continue to run here. 9:20 remaining. Here
It'll
at
be first down for the Saints.
Well, the 4th quarter when you get a first down.
The crowd, like I said, we've seen a lot of good, clean fun here tonight at Broadneck. And oh, helmets flying, stuff flying, flags flying. Let's see what we got.
Flags on the play.
Now, if it's on Broadneck, they giving it to him. And it's on Broadneck.
Personal foul. On the defense.
15 yards.
50-yard penalty. First down.
First down here for the Saints.
You can't hit in the head.
A rule thing. If you need to secure your ride to get home, please do so at this time. Let the driver know that you can pick up in the rear parking lot. Thank you. Go Bruins!
Well, I hope you got your best defensive players in.
9:07 remaining. And the lead here, 28-13.
The ball on 34.
Yep. 34 Broadneck. See you soon play. Run again, and this time nowhere to go.
Ball clear brought down by a host of Bruins. second down.
The St. Mary's next week has Concordia Prep. Both teams will be starting out the MIAA conference schedule. B conference favorites right now. Curly, you know they lost today to Concordia Prep, and John Kell favorites in the B conference. It's only the A and B now. The C conference teams that was in the C conference teams that was there last year has moved up to the B to make it the two conferences. Looking to run, nowhere to go.
And the clock is running.
Flag late. That might be against Broadneck again.
Down by Thomas Anglo, but hold everything. Flag on the play.
I don't think there's a flag.
Well, flag flew in.
Looks like it's something white flew up in there.
Oh, you might be right.
No flag on the play.
Yep, you're right, Coach Clark. Third and 10. Clark continuing to run.
This is what I was saying. You got to throw this ball. I mean, you're running out of time.
They do there. Off the edge, and it's going to be fourth and manageable here.
Tackle made. Brings up fourth down.
Like fourth and about 6.
And the clock is running.
Looking a roll out. Throws it short. It is incomplete. Settle one down.
Broadneck will
get it back.
It's desperation.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think they should have ran as much as they did. Down 2 scores, you got to hold Broadneck 3 and out.
Run there. Still on his feet. That's a first down or more.
Maury Hayes with the carry. That's enough for a Broadneck Bruin. First down.
Nowhere to go there on first down.
It don't matter. The clock is running.
I agree.
The clock is the enemy right now. You're not putting
And with the carry, gain of 1. Second down.
You see, Broadneck can take their time.
Yes, they can. Time is their friend.
Look at the time running off of that clock. Smart move.
Severing over the C school right now, 13-8. A run to the edge, first down and more. Got it in there. These went for Oakley there. New coaching staff get their first win. They beat the Classic 22-14.
That's enough for a Broadneck Bruin. First down.
McDonough wins 9-8 over St. Michael the All Angels. Oakland Mills are up for 20-0. Catonsville over Delaney 30-6. Murray Hall over Manchester Valley 21-6. Mariners Ridge shuts out Mount Heaven 42-0 in that one. Again, not much there.
Hey, birthday, just a reminder, at the conclusion of tonight's game, spectators are not allowed on the field. And please, do not congregate near the field of play. We thank you for your cooperation and commitment to this sportsmanship. Go Bruins!
3:54 remaining. Pitch to the outside. Cuts in there. It's going to be third and about maybe 2. St. Mary's, when you start needing to take these last 2 timeouts.
Got to stop the first.
It'll be third down and about 4.
8 and 6 on the play. Third down.
See, they running the play clock down to about 10 seconds.
Yeah. Third and 4 here.
And they trying to pull St. Mary's outside.
Roll out. Watkins runs it. He got low, and I'm not sure if he got to the first down mark. No, he did not. 4th and 2.
Bring the fourth down.
Maybe 4th and 3. Look like 4 and 3.
It don't matter, just find it away.
I think they're going to go for it.
Wow.
I didn't see the punt unit come out.
They ain't going for it. They running that clock down.
Yep.
Well, they better do something.
Yep, timeout. Yep. So 2:02 remaining. Great. Coach Harris of Broadneck running the clock now. Did what he needed. We're back with the finish coming up. All right, we don't see the punt unit out.
Fourth down.
There is a.
I don't think that was a smart move.
In the
If
back.
they get it, that's a smart move.
We do have a safety in the back there.
It's close. They didn't get it.
Nope, they didn't get it.
But you're running out some more clock.
Yep.
Good move. I think it might have been a good move.
Yeah, I mean, you're up more than 2 scores, so you can see the reasoning
Yeah,
for
you
it.
still only have 2 scores, so I mean, one good long pass, onside
This
kick.
time, first down. It'll be turnover on down.
Turn on one down, so
First down.
St. Mary's gets it back with
Let's see
147
what kind
left.
of sense of urgency St. Mary's going to have.
Well, the run game is out the window now. They're going to have to throw the football down the
Make the
field.
call. Make the call to get your ride. Make sure you let the driver know they pick up in that parking lot. Again, let your driver know pick you up in the back parking lot. Thank you for your cooperation. Go Bruins!
Fakes. Nice run. Cut there. Did he get out of bounds? That's the question, didn't that? Got the first down. That's the good news. Like I said, the bad news is they got to get this ball down the field in a hurry.
It'll be first down for the day.
Well, they probably caught Broadneck off at that time, because they probably were thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Pass.
They're going with a run again up the middle. Man.
Which tells me they either feel that they can run on Broadneck, or they just not going to have a good, solid passing game.
Second down.
I said, if you're down 1 score, I would get it. Down 2 scores.
Yeah, they running the clock out. No sense of urgency. I think they gave up on this game. Game's over.
I say they just run a 2-minute offense and call it a day.
Well,
That timeout now by St. Mary's.
Timeout called by the Saints.
46 seconds remaining.
too late, too little. Too little, too late.
Well, they got Concordia Prep next week in Towson. That's going to be an interesting game.
They surprised me, though. I didn't think they were going to play that well, but that interception was really hurting.
That pick six was the curtain.
Yeah, that was hurting.
Very nice night here in Cape St. Clair.
Yeah.
Throws it up and complete.
Fourth down.
Pass falls incomplete.
Plus his last stand here for the Saints. Flags everywhere.
That could be cross number 19. Jumped outside. That's on Broadneck.
Was it a Troachman call? It is.
A 5-yard penalty against the Bruins. That'll give the Saints a first down.
Cheerleader group here. Okay. 40 seconds remaining in regulation time.
It didn't even start. Now it started. Play over and it started.
We at Broadneck, right? I ain't supposed to have it here.
Kendall Jones with the tackle.
25 seconds left in regulation time. Run up the middle. Not too much to go in there.
That's the game.
That's final play of the game, in all likelihood. Big win for the defending 4A runner-up, the Anne Arundel County team over a year ago. And Broadneck.
Led by Cam Jones.
If not get this play off, the game will be over. That's it. 28-13, your final. Broadneck wins it. They go on the season. St. Mary's up to 1-2. They get ready to look at the MIA sequence against Concordia Prep, the two teams that came up from B a year ago. Big matchup for Broadneck next week. Over in Gables against Broadneck.
Spectators are not allowed on the field. Please do not congregate near the field and play.
Very good game.
We ask that you move directly to your car.
Good to be back with you again, Coach, this season. It looks like you'll be with me most Friday night, so we'll have some treats coming out throughout the year. We got high school basketball fall league action tomorrow. We'll see you at CCBC Dundalk for that. Until then, so long for now. And we'll see you next week in Spalding for the game of the week between McDonough and All Business Hall. Yes, sir. So long, everybody.
This is Die Sporting Network.